All right, folks, welcome back again to Not Your Average Plumber. Continuing on with the conversation of the maintenance on the tankless heater. We talked a little about if you had a softener in the flushes. Dan's going to show you a product that we sell that actually could help you with the maintenance, and as far as that unit, there is no maintenance for you as a homeowner.
This is called an Aqua Rex, costs $625. What it does, conditions the water by putting out radio frequencies down the pipes, and you can notice the wires then go in both directions, hot and cold. You can mount it right underneath your water heater. It does plug in, needs a 115 volt receptacle, and it sends out radio frequency that bombards the molecules of calcium, breaks it down into calcium carbonate, and it turns to bubbles and rides out with the water when you turn your faucet on. So the scale that you would have normally in here actually turns to bubbles.
It's just going to pass harmlessly through the line, disperse through all the faucets, never collect anywhere, and never be of any concern.
And this unit doesn't take any maintenance. Once it's plugged in, it goes. There's no salt add, no anything. It doesn't intrude into the pipe, so like a regular water softener where you have to flush it almost every day, this doesn't waste any water by flushing. Like I said, all it does is break down the molecules, turns it into air bubbles, and comes out when you turn the water on.
That particular product is actually, it's a UK product. The company has been manufacturing that product for about 15 years now. There's actually over 250,000 of these units in service in the UK. Life expectancy of that unit is about 25 years, which is more than the tankless water heater. If you take into consideration, if you do not have a softener and you have to flush it every year, average cost for flushing that unit out could be anywhere from $100 to maybe $200. So if you do that through the lifespan of your water heater, get it close to about $2,000 to $3,000 you've paid in maintenance. The $625 at the initial installation for this is going to pay for itself hands down. It's also going to treat the other parts of the water system, all the other fixtures, the cold side, the hot side. So it's actually going to backtrack through the entire house and treat the whole house. But the key is it's going to keep the calcium out of your heat exchanger.
And it'll actually break down the calcium that's existing now in your pipes.
Yes, yes. And like they actually give you a 90-day money-back guarantee from the manufacturer. I've only actually ever pulled one of these out, and the lady actually had a salted water softener. If you have a salted unit, you get used to that condition feel in the water. Unless you go back to a salted unit, you're never going to be happy because you got used to that feel in the water. So that's pretty much going to cover the maintenance on the unit. Any more questions on it, you're more than free to ask. And actually, if you guys ever do anything on the internet, if you really want to see what the flush process is before you think about the tankless, you can actually look on YouTube. Rheem, Rinnai, most manufacturers will actually show a demonstration of what the flush process is. So what we're going to do now, as I spoke in the beginning of the program, we wanted to give you a little way through one of your local public utility companies that actually runs programs for tankless water heaters that can help you save money, and that would be Florida Public Utilities. Dan, why don't you explain a little bit about the program?
Okay, they have a tankless program for $24.99 a month, which will go on your gas bill for 60 months. Pay for your unit. They have to do a credit check, so you actually need to call them first before you call us. When they do the credit check, and once you're approved by them, they send a lead to us or whatever other company's working with them. And then we come out and do a site survey, talk to you about the program, talk to you about where your heater could go, and then we go from there if you decide to go with the program. They also have another program where you can swap out your tank for another water tank, so it's the tank-to-tank program, and you pay $10.99 a month on your gas bill for that. Basically, that's just swapping out your existing water heater for another water heater. And it comes to $600 or so, which is a cheap way out for a tank water heater.
And that would be more or less for people that are, you know, two people that aren't really home a lot, don't use a whole lot of hot water, don't have company that comes in a lot. Maybe the tankless is a little bit more advanced than what you want to get into. But the deal for that tank program, just to get a new water heater to where you ain't got to worry about it for another 12 years, that is a pretty good deal. And I heard they also offer just rebates. If you wanted to do this on your own, you can just receive rebates. Why don't you tell them what the rebates are, Dan?
The rebates are $350 for the tankless.
Tank.
For a tank, I'm sorry. The tankless one is $500. And you have different programs. If you build a new home and you decide to go this way, there's even a bigger rebate. Same thing with your dryer, with your range. With your heater. So if you had a new home and you were building and you're using gas, you can get rebates for the devices you use for that. And if you replace them from electric to gas, the rebate's bigger. If you go
rebate's always going to be bigger from electric to gas.
If you change from electric to gas, the rebate's bigger. And the details The details for the program, you can call FPUC and they'll send you a little flyer with all the information on it, who you call, how you get your rebate back.
Now, the trick with the rebate programs, you can purchase the tank on your own, get the installation done. Typically, the way I hear it, most people after the $350 rebate, they've paid about $400, which would be cheaper than the FPU program. But let me explain the difference by doing FPU's program. If you purchase the heater on your own, do the rebate, you are stuck with the regular warranty. It is a 6-year tank warranty, either 1 or 2 years on the parts. Labor is never covered. When these utility companies guide these programs, in order for these manufacturers to go onto their program, what they make them honor, because you are paying for terms of 60 months, you will actually receive a 5 years parts and labor warranty on that standard tank heater. Now you say that might not be that big of a deal for the $500. Something goes wrong with that heater and you're still stuck paying labor where you wouldn't have, that extra $150 is going to be key, because I can guarantee it's usually going to cost more. So think about it as buying an extended warranty. The tankless is a little bit different because, in all honesty, that 5 years parts and labor is coming from the manufacturer. So if you wanted to purchase the tankless on your own, you very well could. We would install it. We would come out, show you what to get. The trick with it is, manufacturers that sell these on the internet, it is very much a sleight of hand game. I just did one with a lady. She thought she was purchasing this particular Renai unit. When the unit showed up at her house, it was actually a brand new in the box, 6-year-old tankless water heater. It was brand new in a box with no warranty. So what she saved in that rebate really does her no good, because if something happens to that tankless unit, the manufacturer is not going to cover it because it's been out of warranty for a year. They go by the serial number on that. So what she ended up doing, we worked with her, worked with the manufacturer. She got a prorated 1-year warranty, but that was the best that they could do. So the trick with it is, if you want to do it on your own, make sure what you're buying and try to stick with the big manufacturers: Renai, Rheem, Noritz, Takagi, Navian. You stick with the big ones, you're going to get great customer service. You're not going to run into the issues with some of the smaller ones you could purchase at the box store. Nothing against them, but in the trade, warranty is key with anything that you purchase. You want a good warranty, good customer service. I will always give you the one that gets the best customer service.
You want to get what you spend your money for.
Yes, and like we said, you could go from $1,700 to a little over $2,000, or on the program, you could get it for as little as $1,500. So there's many options out there. We're always available at the office. You can always give us a call. We'll answer any questions that you have 24/7. Check out our website, www.mikescottplumbing.com. You can also see us now coming up in the next couple weeks on WYKE on this particular program. Until we see you next time, you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching the show.
Be safe.